as you saw in the last part, we left off. Hey guys, this is VHS guy once again, and this is going to be part 2 of my CD collection. So, where we last left off in part 1 was telling stories by Tracy Chapman. So, anyways, we'll start with part 2. First up in this part is the Guns N' Roses Greatest Hits from 2004. And yes, Guns N' Roses is one of my favorite rock bands. And yes, Guns N' Roses is one of my favorite rock bands. So, yeah. And as you forgot, you can see the tracks, but like the tracks on the back, like the song tracks, but not, just tracks on a train, but, And here's the disc, which the disc, for some reason, the disc says Universal, it has the Universal logo on that side, so that's kind of weird. So, it's still made by Geffen Records, so, in case you blame me on that, so. Next up we got is Diana Washington's Finest Hour. This hour, a verb. This is the jazz label. And here's the tracks on the back. And yes, Diana Washington is. And this came out in 2000. Yeah, Diana Washington, I think, is a jazz, like the old jazz singer, or a, hang on a second, let me look her up. Yeah, she was an old jazz singer. Never mind. And yeah. Put a new stack. Alrighty. Next up we got is Sheryl Crow Tuesday Night Music Club. Tuesday Night Music Club from 1993. And here's the disc. This is by A&M Records, of course. Come on. Alrighty. Next up we got is another Sheryl. Next up we got is Sheryl Crow. I think this is the debut or the self-titled album of Sheryl Crow. So, or the self-titled album, like, you know what I mean. And this is from 1996, by the way. And here's the disc. And the tracks are on the disc too, and on the back. And I also forgot the Sheryl Crow. Yeah, the tracks on that one also has the disc as well. So, okay. And next up we got is Hip Holidays Volume 3 by Pottery Barn. Pottery Barn, which I think they release some old, which Pottery Barn uses hang on a second. Stupid goddamn window. Sorry about that. Stupid goddamn window. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Back to this. Okay. And here's the tracks on the paper, and here's the disc. And this is from 2000. All right, next up we got is Janet. This is actually, I think this is the Janet Jackson self-debut album, I think. The Janet Jackson self-debut album. This one is from 1993. And here's the disc, and there's the tracks on the back. Alrighty. Next up we got is Sheryl Crow, 100 Miles from Memphis. And there's the tracks on the front. And there's the tracks on the back as well. This is also by A&M. This is from 2010. There's the... Yeah. Okay, here's the booklet. And here's the disc. And here's the disc. Okay. Next up we got is Charlie's Angels, music from the motion picture. I'm not referring to the TV show that came out in the 70s, which Charlie's Angels is actually one of my mother's favorite shows, because she watched that when she grew up with television. And here's the back of the album. And this is from 2001, so... actually, no. It's from 2000. Sorry about that. It's actually from 2000. Sorry about that. The VHS came out in 2001, so I think the VHS and DVD counterparts came out in 2001. So yeah, and here's the disc, and also yeah. Okay. Next up we got is the 20th Century Masters of the best of the Bachman Turner Overdrive. I think they released the 20th Century Masters, like Elvis Presley and a bunch of random artists from the 20th century. And there's the tracks on the back. And it has John Legend albums, so don't mind me saying that. So, actually, I do have the John Legend Once Again album, but I haven't put the disc in there yet, so... Okay, next up we got is Diana Krall, The Girl in the Other Room. This is also from Verb, and this one is from 2004. This one's from 2004. And there's the tracks on the back. And yes, I haven't listened to Diana Krall yet, but I have to check her songs out on YouTube sometimes. And here's the disc. Hang on a second. Okay. Hang on. All right, next up we got is Elvis Rock. And yes, Elvis Presley is my favorite singer of all time. So, in case you didn't know. And there's the tracks on the back. And this is from 2006. This is from 2006. And there's the disc. Okay. Need a new stack. All right, next up we got is B.B. King, Blues on the Bayou. And yes, I do like B.B. King. And he's still living, of course. And I think he's still living or died. I think B.B. King... Yeah, B.B. King... Yeah, he died back in 2015. So, yeah, and here's the disc. But the other... Yeah. And there's the disc, and there's the tracks on the back in case you didn't see it. Alrighty. Put that back. Alrighty. Next up is Miles Davis, A Kind of Blue. And this is from 1997. And the original one came out in 1958. And there's the list of the other jazz albums. And here's the disc, which kind of looks like a vinyl record, but it isn't. So it's still a CD, so don't blame it on me. Someone please tap me, like, someone please talk to me, like, in the chat, because this is about to get me annoying when nobody goes on the chat and talks to anybody, like, goes on the chat, because next time when you go on to my live streams or publish my videos or go to my live stream, like when I do a live stream video, always chat on the live stream, because I really hate it when people don't even talk, like put something on the chat. I really hated it. So that's all I have to say for that. So anyways, next up we got is Together Tonight. This is from 2004, and there's the tracks on the back. It's like various artists like Bobby Darin, Judy Garland, Wayne Newton, Sarah Vaughan, yada yada, and Dean Martin, yada yada yada, and all that. And here's the disc. It's just a various artists album, like jazz album. It's kind of like a random jazz album, so I put it in the jazz section. So yeah. Next up we got is Yanni, Reflections of Passion, from 1990. 1990. So here's the tracks on the back. Yeah, Yanni is another one of my favorite like musicians. So here's the disc, which he plays like so good. I really want to listen to A Word in Private. That's another one of my favorite songs on that album. So yeah, got 3 more to go. Alrighty. Next up we got is High School Musical 3 Senior Year. The soundtrack to High School Musical 3 Senior Year. My life was kind of like that soundtrack album when I was in my senior year of high school last year. So, yeah. And there's the tracks on the back. And there's the ringtones, which I think that probably expired. And here's the disc. Shit. Sorry about that, guys, because I said a bad word there. So sorry, forgive me for that. Okay. Next up we got is Holiday Sounds of the Seasons from 2001. I believe they set this around my birthday or Christmas, like promotion of Christmas that year. So, and yes, it's got various. This is a various artists album, so some of it's jazz, pop, and all that stuff. So, and yes, this is from 2001, like I just said. So, and High School Musical 3 is from 2008, I think, or yeah, 2008. Okay, and last, yeah, and there's the disc, by the way, and the last, and the I already said the Yanni album from 1990. Never mind, I don't have to say it again. Alrighty, here's the last one for this part. This one is Victoria's Secret presents Mistero dell'Amore by Andrea Bocelli. I didn't know Andrea was a boy's name, so it's kind of like a unisex type of name as of now. So, and there's the back, and there's the tracks, and it says, "Look for the new Andrea Bocelli pop album, CD Toscana." I knew a little bit of Italian, but I don't usually speak it that way. Just don't even speak it that well. And this is from 2001 as well. So, yeah. And here's the disc. And this is mainly Polydor, because Polydor is one of the main type of albums. So, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all later. And please, I forgot to say something. If I do a live stream video next time, always talk to me on the chat, because I really hate it when people don't even talk to me on the chat. So, I mean, I could have done it a minute ago to tell y'all on the chat to tell y'all that, but I didn't. So, I probably might do it in the next part. So, this is the end of part 2, and see y'all in part 3.